Right, good morning everyone. Down here at the runoff, already shifted the beefies and shifted the calves and yearlings. And I've drafted out two. Only one is springing, number 80. So I'm gonna get her through this paddock. Got to load them on down at the stockyard, so I've got to take it down the road. So yeah, I'm going to take two back. It'd be easier to shift two than one. Quite often cows don't like being by themselves, so I'm going to take two of them back. It's just more efficient to put two on a trailer. So that's the plan. Going to take them back. I've shifted one mob of cows at home. It looks like we've got no calves still, but I'm going to draft out one mob and draft out springers out of them, and then tomorrow I'll do the second mob. So that's the plan. Got plenty of stuff to do today. The water pumps aren't working for some reason, so I've got to stop in town, sort that, and need to pick up some more magnesium oxide. We're getting a bit low. In fact, got none left, so I need to get that sorted. So yeah, that's the plan, and we'll get on with it. Alright, got some mag oxide, so it's for dusting, helps prevent milk fever. Picked up our old trailer, we've actually sold that to a friend. We've got a new trailer, which I'll show you one day, but it doesn't have a crate yet. We brought it, ordered it with a crate, and the crate was wrong, so it's getting remade. So yeah, I'll show you that one day. So now we're going to go and get those two cows, get them down to the yards, which are at the end of the road here, and load them on the trailer and get them home, and then probably drop the trailer back first and then carry on with drafting some springers out of one of the mobs. Right, so we've got them at the yard. That's a good start. Round you go. Down you go. Come on, up you go. Up, 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 up. Turn around, you nearly had it. Come on, in you go. Just like that. So that's her home. We're going to drop this trailer back, and then we're going to go and bring in it's actually the cow mob, bring them all in, and we'll draft out springers out of them. Alright, so I've got the mob heading home. So this mob we're going to draft out some springers. There's not too many, but there's a handful, and I would like them to be separate. So I ended up getting a day and a half out of that break. I just didn't shift them this morning, so it's just about 1 o'clock. She's friendly, that one, Sadie. She just wants to scratch. Yeah, so we'll take them back and we're going to draft springers out of this lot, and then tomorrow we'll draft springers out of that lot, and then we'll end up with springers and lates. So we have 2 mobs again, whereas we have 3 mobs for a night.
Ooh, fancy.
Alright, so we got 120 cows roughly, oh actually probably more like 100 cows to get through in this mob, and we're just going through, just looking them over. So I'm actually just looking at them, see which ones are springing, and if they're springing then we'll put them on the other side of the yard over there and we'll end up with a springers mob. In the past, at our last job, we actually just run them through the shed, but it seems to work easier this way for us on this job. So it doesn't take too long, just go through picking out the springers, drafting them out. Suzanne will be back in a minute. She just had to get a backpack for Miriam. .158, she's a springer. She's another springer, 204. So good thing with just doing a few at a time, if I do have a springer get into this pen, then I can bring her back. So once I get a few here, I just let them out that way. Just keeps it simple. So it's very simple what we're looking at. What I'm actually looking at is just their udder. Cows, all these ones here are cows, so they will just spring up and calve. That's what I find. They don't spring up for too long. She's not far away from calving. I imagine the next couple of days. She's quite loose around the vulva too, so that's another thing we're looking at. Especially with heifers. Heifers, first time calvers are a lot harder to pick when they're going to calve. So what I look at is how loose their vulva is. You can't really go off the udder because heifers will spring up a long time before they calve. Well, that's what I've found. So there's only 2 springers in here, 204 and 158. So what I'll do is try and keep them in this pen, which is chained. So there's 204. So we're just going to get 158, which is there. Let's see if I can turn it around. Can you bring that one against the gate this way? 158? Yeah. Yeah. So I only end up with a handful of springers, I think, but I like to run a springer mob, plenty of magnesium for them, so that's what we're doing. Round you go. Round you go. She's looking quite uncomfortable. Hup. So you'll draft it out probably, there it is, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 maybe. So yeah, there's not many, but we are quite early still. We've still got 10 days till our start. And I was just talking to Suzanne. We'll probably end up drafting again, probably middle of next week. Normally it doesn't take very long. Once you start, you got to keep drafting them. So seeing it all went so well, now we're going to go and get the other mob in now and draft them out as well. That's the plan. Right, so I've just sent the lates off. Suzanne's gone in front of them. She's going to dust their brake. So these ones here haven't had a feed yet, so they're going to get first pick. And I'm going to go and get the other mob in, and they will join them later on. But the other mob have already had a feed, so they're going to all get their grass for the day. Oh, did you get stuck? Oh, here comes Anders four-wheel driving. Are you having fun, Anders? A tooth? Yep. A cow tooth? Yep. Ended up being a real nice day today. Meant to be in for a nice weekend. It's pretty warm at the moment, which is good. So yeah, after all that rain, really nice weather, so we're in for a good weekend. Have you got a beauty spot? Let me wipe that off, eh?
Can you wipe my ear too?
It's dried on already. Alright, so our job got bigger. Because we don't AB our heifers, we like to keep them separate so that we don't have to worry about getting them mixed up with our replacements. So we've just drafted all the heifers out of this mob, so they're going to go back to the paddock, and now we're going to draft springers out of what we got left. So there's not too many cows here, probably 50 to 60. So we'll do that now. Plans always change. So while we're at it, this is 196. She slipped. Yeah, probably 6 weeks ago, because she's cycling now, so I'd say it's her second cycle. She dried off quite early, so we're just going to stick her with these cows here that are going to be going to the works at some point. All these here are lates. Round you go. Can you open the gate into the little paddock for this one? That's alright. There's more than two. More than two cows.
Yeah.
It's another 3 cows that are springing. Come on, out you go. So we've got 20 springers exactly, plus all our heifers drafted out, and then we've got our late mob. So the late mob will be now for like 140 cows, 140. So we've got you know, she's not far away. There's a few that aren't far away, so we've still got 10 days till we start calving. So yeah, if we're 10 to 20, then by the time we start calving, it'll be pretty good. We should be sending milk a little bit earlier. So there's the late, around 140 cows there. There you go. So there we have the heifers. These are all the heifers. She is empty, but otherwise everything else is springing up pretty much. There's only a couple that aren't, which is good. So I'm pretty sure at the moment, from what I know, we've only got one empty, which is pretty good. Last year we had 5, I believe, 5 or 6. So that's pretty good. But yeah, I've put them back on the break where they actually come off. So these were mixed with the cows that were on here. So you're going to go back on here for the night because it's at 4 o'clock now or something. And tomorrow I'll set them up a break over there. So we did that last time. I'd forgotten about it. Lucky Suzanne reminded me, otherwise we would have just had them all mixed up. So yeah, that's the heifers. Now I'm going to go set up a break for the springers and then we're done for the day. It's been a long day.
There's a little boat for flowers. Flowers, little boats. They're the little boats. These leaves are little boats. They're boats.
It's a sinking boat. That's not good.
My boats.
Alright, so I've set up the springers break. So you can see the dusting on the grass. See that white powder? So I just have it in a bucket and a scoop and just dust it. You can see the white streaks all the way up there. So they've got quite a big break for 20 cows, but you can't, when you've got a break, when you've got a fence either side, you can't fence them into a small area. They need their space. So you can see the 20 springers coming down the hill there. They'll be working their way up here. I've got a race set up. So the race is set up to make it easy to get cows and calves out and springers in. So we're starting at the water trough break feeding. So we've got a fence here and a fence over there, and we break feed up to the hedge, and then we'll turn around and we'll go down this way back towards the gate down there. So this reel just goes with the break, so it'll go up this way, and we'll always keep a green strip because it's always good to put freshly calved cows out of the springer mob onto grass. If they've got nothing to eat, they'll just turn around and go back to the grass, so you'll struggle to get them out. So that's what we do. One thing to note is my springer paddocks are always real long, rough grass. I graze it around the 1st of May and don't graze it till I leave it. So yeah, I graze it the 1st of May and then I'll just save it till the springers. So we end up with some real thick grass. So it's not good quality grass, it's just roughage for the cows. They'll also be getting hay as well. Yeah, things changed today. The plans have changed the whole way today. But yeah, still good fun, and it's great having the kids on the farm.
On you.
What, to drive?
Yeah, I want to drive.
But yeah, it's great having the kids on the farm. They've had fun. Have you guys had fun today?
Yes.
Is it always fun on the farm?
Yes.
Right answer. Who got muddy?
Me.
Who's got a smudgy nose?
Me. I do.
No, you don't.
No, it's a do.
So normally once we start calving, we end up having to draft springers sometimes twice a week, just depending, every 4 days. Usually end up drafting springers when you get a calf in the lates. So there we have it, all done. Alright, now it's time to go home. So I've put this reel across here. So it's going to mean we have a green race all the time. So yeah, it's time to go home and chill out for a bit. Alright, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you somewhere else on the farm. See ya.